What's up, guys? Welcome back to another stream. Ferrous block. Turn this music down just a little bit more. There we go. So I made a few changes to the stream layout. You'll have to let me know how you feel about it. Obviously, you can see up in the top, I've added some boxes for Twitch stuff that may come into play later. I've also added Pretzel Rocks to the stream. And then the last thing that I have to do is I have to put put the source back in. So let's see here. Game capture. Yup. And I thought I had already done this, but apparently I hadn't. So I'm going to add that. And then instead of it, capture a specific window. And then I want you to get that one. There we go. Okay. Then I just need to expand the window. Wow, that is operating funkily. It's like cutting off the side edges. And then I need to stretch that to screen. There we go. And then I need to bring the face cam to the top. I think if I just put it down here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Hi! Welcome. Thank you for sitting with me while I get everything sorted out. How are you guys feeling today? I'm feeling fantastic. Thank you for asking. Let's bust out of our coffin once again. Folks, we got some stuff to talk about today. Okay, so let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. I built a big platform over there. That's for later. Might not even be something I do on stream tonight, but I got big plans for over there, okay? Second off, let's see, what else do I need to show? There's so much that I did where I did stuff, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to need this for the stream, so I need to just go ahead and get it out of the way. And I'm trying to remember everything that I did that I could show off. Okay, let's go look at the mob farm first, because this one will be easy to show off. So, I fixed the mob farm. You know how I was complaining? I was about how if something got stuck in the top that couldn't be taken, it would just shut the whole thing down. Well, it's fixed now. And here's how, right? So I added some more of the Colossal Chest interface ports onto the side of the chest here. And then I've just set up a little filter. You can do this on any of the extractor attachments like that has a filter setting for it. If we look at those for refined pipes for this pack, you can, if you hover over each of ones, you can see what they're capable of. So you can see this one extracts 8 items every 3 seconds, 100 millibuckets every 0 seconds, 0 filter slots, can't redstone, can't filter, can't route, can't exact. And if you go over here, you see you get redstone, control, exact, and there's 4 filter slots. And over here you get filter mode, routing mode, and then over here it's the same thing and it's just bigger. So, if you have the appropriate tier, you can filter these things out. And I've got 4 of them just so I could have like all the diamond stuff together, and then all the random stuff that comes up, and then also iron and gold, because those are the ones that have come up so far in my mob farm. Now, since I'm dealing with a lot of stuff that's been renamed, has various enchantments on it, or might not even say that it is what it actually is, right? I have exact mode off. See, you know, I turned that music down and now I can't, but like barely hear it at all. So let's try that again. I'll play with it until I figure out exactly where I want it to be. Because this is a new music utility for me. I installed it into Streamlabs so that I would have a little bit better control over what's playing, and also it would go ahead and spam into the chat whatever it's playing. Because I thought if anybody's really interested in a song, they'd be able to do that. How much in resources did it take to level it up? Well, I mean, it just took these resources. So, iron and a piston for the first one, and I had to do that 4 times, and then gold around that, diamonds and quartz around that, emeralds and blaze rods. Blaze rods being the only thing that I'm not currently just mining infinitely, so that was probably the only difficult part. This is what you need for the last tier. Prismarine shards we can get through the Botania stuff, but the popped forest fruit I don't have yet. We really need to go to the end. That's kind of what I really want to do today. So we're going to see how far I can make it, because it's a process. I mean, like, it's still a process, even everything I've done. But yeah, cha-cha-cha. So now I've got this sorted, so now it just automatically shoots stuff up into my storage all the time, and then automatically deletes the things that I don't care about. So let's zoom up here. I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff I've done just on the side. So I set up one of these, the strainer bases, the reinforced ones. I showed you the recipe for it last time, but just in case you forgot it, the obsidian mesh, which is just 4 obsidian, some infused diamonds, some crystallized amber, infused diamonds you make like that. That's why there's only one of them currently, because I needed them. I needed to get more of those shards, so I went ahead and set one up, got it enchanted, and I mean, like, honestly, this thing's put in the work. So it had 8,640 durability before. I enchanted it before I put it in here, so it had fortune, unbreaking, and efficiency going in, and luck of the sea, but you know, whatever on that. It's still got 1,220 uses left, and it's doing it with all of those enchantments going into it. So actually, like, if we look at it, so that one's most of the way done. And if we look at, say, this, you can see we've already got like 8,000 dimensional shards. So I mean, like, it definitely put in the work. It's well worth doing at least one of those. Eventually I'll have all 4 up and running, I think, but for now, you know. Let's see, what else did I do? Down here, I went ahead and got all of this upgraded to the top tier. So these are the nitro energizing rods. So anything that needs energizing, we can do super fast, basically. If we find something that needs it, we've got it done. I put in the same starter mechanism stuff I've done in every pack that's had mechanism. I've shown this in all of the previous series that I've done that have had mechanism, so I think that's the last 2 for sure, at least. This is an enrichment chamber, which has a lot of different things that it can put out. Let me see if I can show recipes. The main one that I use it for is to make these enriched carbon and also diamond, redstone, and obsidian. But also it's how you turn obsidian into powdered obsidian for a mechanism, which is just 1 obsidian gets you 4 powdered obsidian, which I've had to use for a lot of recipes in this. And then over here we have a combiner that lets you take 2 items and put them together. So far, what have I used it for? I had to make a few things with it, and I'm trying to remember exactly what it was that I had to make, because there was something. This tempered glass, we'll get there. I'll show you why. But I had to make that. I also had to make this and this. These were required for some of the other things that I did, which if you were smart, you would have already seen stuff for, or if you really know the mods is basically what I'm saying. Yep. Anyways, so let's come up here, because this is where another one of the major ones is, behind the scenes. I'm gonna back up to it. You guys, you're gonna be so surprised. Ha! I have a sink that's pumping water. Right? It doesn't actually seem like that much of a big deal. But it totally is, and here's why. The sinks are really hard to make in this pack. You know, normally it's just like some iron and some terracotta, I think, is all that they are. But in this pack, you need an infinity water bucket to be able to do this. And so that's why I needed the reinforced obsidian ingots, and also some runes of water and some Eye of Ender. I made 2 of these so that I could have one too. So if we look at this, my tool backpack, I've got one in case I need to place water anywhere. But yeah, it was kind of a process. But yeah, so then I set up a dimensional tank with dim storage, which if you are familiar with the Ender storage mod that was available in previous editions, like that had the inner chest, inner tank that you could color code and coordinate. Yeah, this is a tech version of that, basically. So this is a dimensional tank, this is a dimensional chest. You can set up the ability for them to link together, and also you have the ability to link to the chest across dimensions and stuff like that. So I set up a dimensional tank being pumped into, and then there's a couple of places on the map, like up here on the reactors for sure, but then also over there in that setup, which we'll talk about in just a minute, I had to have water for that as well. And that's the thing. Like, a lot of this stuff I was like, man, I could just do this on stream. I probably shouldn't do it by myself. But I really, like, some of these processes take a while to get going, and I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta get it going so that way I'll have it available for when I eventually want to mess with it, right? So that's what I did, you know? I just made sure that we'd have a lot of stuff available to us so that way we could play together. So let's go talk about this. This is the beginning of industrial foregoing, which again, I've shown this before, but just quickly overview. Hopping bonsai pot into a block placer that places wood, fluid extraction units from industrial foregoing that are chewing on that wood and producing latex, a latex processing unit that takes water and liquid latex and turns it into the little latex pellets. That goes into your crafter that turns the little latex pellets into dry rubber, which then you smelt, and that turns your dry rubber into plastic. Yeah. You can see right there. How much experience does this thing have stored? So it's been running kind of like on autopilot for a while with just enough efficiency so that way I don't have to power it, and that's how much it's done so far. Not that it's not big when you consider it against the other ones that have like the experience upgrades, but I mean, like, it's free passive experience. It's hard to be upset about it. Which, by the way, I noticed my levels aren't showing. Let's fix that real quick. I want you guys to see what I'm at. I don't want to stay confused. I want to know what I'm at too while I'm at it. There we go. 1,427, no big deal. So then I've had that processing and I've got 482 pellets. Which, why did I do that? You may be asking. Well, it's because I needed some of these HDPE sheets. And more specifically, I needed a byproduct of them, which they don't normally make. But in this pack they do. Which is this. Plastic sheets from Silent Mechanisms. It has made us get those through industrial foregoing and mechanism. So then these I have to use to make these upgrade cases, which is totally something that I want to do, but also I needed them to make basic control circuits, which, if you're familiar with mechanism, or if you watched my previous series, you know that basic control circuits are everything in mechanism. It's called basic for a reason. You need a lot of them. So yeah, I mean, like, everything I tried to do, I was like, man, I'll just work on this today. Man, I'll just work on this today. And every single thing I came across was like, oh yeah, it's going to be a heck of a process and you better get ready for it. Because this is what that turned into, right? So that's why I just had to get this stuff out of the way. Plastic takes a while to process. The mechanism stuff I showed before, so I didn't want to do it as a full stream. And then the water stuff was actually relatively quickly done once I set up the mechanism stuff. So, yeah, I think that has you most of the way caught up with me. There's a couple of other things that we're going to do today that I have been working on stuff in the background for. Which, the first one is we have got to do a Britannia ritual. That's one of the major things that we've got going here. So, I'm going to show you... Which chest is it in? Did I put it somewhere really weird? Is it in a bag instead? I might have put it inside of one of my backpacks. So this right here, if I show you these items, do you know what's going to happen? How clued in on Britannia are you? We're gonna go do a fun thing today. That's for sure. And then this right here, this is the progress I've made so far on getting to the end. So Intercourse, those were relatively easy. I just had to energize these two items together. Bucket of Wither, that was actually, like, that sounds like that would be hard, right? But you just have to use a bucket on a Wither. It's a joke mod, honestly. Nether Goblin Ore, we just had to mine. Blocks of Chaos Iron, this was, I wouldn't say difficult to make, just kind of annoying because it was time consuming, right? Because it requires 9 of these. This is this. Chaos Dust is these. Now, normally, in any other pack that includes Silent Mechanisms, Silent Gems, you can just mine these out of the ground, but not in this pack, because it's kind of an expert mode pack, which I mean, I appreciate it for what it is, for sure. I'm definitely having a lot of fun with it. Don't let it sound like I'm trashing it, because I'm definitely not. This is the recipe for those, which, now if I tell you that what I've spent the vast majority of my time doing is farming nether stars, you'll get, right? Because nitro crystals are required for, like, everything I've done. Which nitro crystals, if you'll remember the recipe, you get 16 of them for this. So I've killed so many blazes. I've killed so many wither skeletons to get their skulls to make nether stars. It's been unreal, actually, like how many of these I've had to craft. I needed a lot of those crystals because I needed them here too. And then I also needed an Insanium gemstone, which is the other thing that I did that was just really, really time consuming. So I got an Insanium seed, which Mystical Agriculture normally does not have this available, or at least has not had it in the previous versions that I've had available. But in this pack, you are actually able to craft, if I do that, yeah. You're actually able to craft the seeds of the different tiers of essence, which normally you can only create Inferium, and then you can tier it up by putting it on better farmland, and then it'll produce stuff faster. But instead in this pack, you can just actually produce the later tiers of essence as seeds that you can farm directly. So, I did infusion crafting to get one of these seeds. So, as you may or may not remember, each upgrade of essence requires nitro crystals. And I had to do that to get to 8 Insanium. So, you know, that's 4 times 8, 32 of the red essence. And then times 4 that again for the blue essence, times 4 that again for the orange essence, then the green, and then the pale stuff. The pale green. And so yeah, that's a lot of nitro crystals that I needed. I mean, seriously, if I just take a shot in the dark, I'd say that I had to have like maybe 500 nitro crystals or more. It was crazy. There was so many. I mean, like, that's not even right, because I know that multiple times I had to just like sit there and spam that thing like 1,000 easy, probably more. I'm not sure, but I mean, like, really, I had to have a lot of nitro crystals, so I've killed so many wither skeletons for their skulls. But I have it now, and so now I pretty much have access to everything that Mystical Agriculture has available to me, because I have Insanium Essence just being farmed. Right over here, I've got 4,295 available. So any recipe that exists within Mystical Agriculture, we can do now. So we'll get around to that. That's something that we're going to take a look at. But first, my friends, let us go into the rat dimension and immediately begin dying, because it has decided that I should be in stone. There we go. I don't know why it does it occasionally, where it's decided that it wants to put me like in the middle of a rock instead of any of the other spawnable area that exists. I don't know why that's the teleport point. Maybe it's like a nether portal. If I try to figure it out, I'll be able to, but right now I don't have any idea why it does that to me. But we're gonna come over here to this place, land that I've cleared. And we're gonna fight something. That's what this is. So let me pull out my Botania book So that way I can have the ritual up. Look at Alphomancy, Ritual of Gaia, and then can I do the visualization? So kind of the middle of this platform is where I want it to be, right? So I'm going to put it about, say, maybe there? Yeah. That should give me plenty of land space. Honestly, a little bit back would be better. So let's back that up a little bit. A couple of spaces. There we go. I think that'll be good. And then let's start placing the blocks in. And then get the beacon. Ching ching. And then the Gaia pylons. Go. Yes, yes. Yes. Ha. Okay. So we completed the structure, and now to do the actual fight, what we have to do is put a piece of terra steel in there. And put up my other pickaxe, put up my bookie, and this should be all I have to do, is just feed this in there. But I'm gonna double check, because I don't, I only have the one ingot right now. Start the ritual, sneak right click the beacon. Okay. I'm glad I checked. See, even people that do this on the reg have to double check their stuff. So I do that, take a step back. You can see we've got the Guardian of Gaia being spawned. And then it'll teleport around and attack us. And it's got my skin, because that's how it do. See, but unfortunately for it, I'm very strong, so... It might actually get me, though. That is a lot of withering going on. Let me let that regen for a second. Don't touch the purple stuff is the common... That's something that's said in the ritual. I think that's wither material is what that is. Oh, yep. Get these critical hits. Then it goes into summon monster mode. Oh, there's so much stuff on the ground from all the monsters that are being killed. All my looting that's taking place. There he is, back on the ground. Come here, buddy. I haven't cared about any of these things. Also, in case you're wondering, any beacon effects that are out are suppressed when you're fighting the Guardian. So, if I had actually powered up the beacon, or had the maximum effect from the beacon, it wouldn't have actually been doing anything for me. In case you were wondering about that. So let us, now that we've defeated it, pull up our loot backpack, try to put all this stuff away. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff, guys. Apparently I got a summoning crystal of some kind. Or an egg, I mean. Which is nice. Put those down. How much? Yeah, gosh, there's still so much on the ground. Okay, so these bows, we can toss those. Obviously, I don't care about any of those. We got some witch heads, Halloween lollipops of various stripes. We got a water-breathing ability totem, which we'll put in here for recycle. And then we'll just start dumping random stuff in here. Okay, I got 16 Gaia spirits. That was actually an important point. I'm gonna get rid of this golden chest plate. What was the spawn egg? We got a skeleton spawn egg. So now we can have a skeleton spawner if we want it. Soul gem for zombie. We got the soul gem for the Guardian of Gaia, which I don't actually know how worthwhile that is, but it's nice to have, right? Then we got some more experience stuff, some sugar, potion of healing, some more lollipops, which we'll throw in the other backpack just so they're all together. And then some skeleton skulls. So we got 16 Gaia spirits. This is actually what we're after. So we need to make... What we need to make is... I think that you can just block these up. Doesn't look like it though. Do I have to make the ingots? Is that actually how I do this? Alright. Well, let's fly back. And we're going to look at some recipes, and we'll probably have to make some more Terra Steel. But I'm just going to leave that there so that way I can come back to use that when I need to. I also teleport to the middle of nowhere when I come out of that too. I have to always fly back to my base. Okay, so then... What I'm actually trying to make, again, is this ender portal. End portal frames. So what I need is a Gaia Spirit ingot. Okay, so I will have to make another Terra Steel, because that's how I make the ingot. So let's try to get that going right now. Oh. At some point, I switched out my shovel from my Philosopher's Stone, so I just tried to craft on my shovel. Temporarily, I'm gonna put that there, and then pull out these, and then I'm gonna transfer that to there, and that to there as well. Do you think the Skelly Egg turn Spawners turn Bone Meal farm would be more effective than this Botania Bone Meal? I mean, the Botania Bone Meal is used for different things. For sure, putting the skeleton egg into a spawner is good because you can then set up like all the stuff that you can get from skeleton. You can have as a permanent farm that you can set up, and also the spawners in this are actually manipulatable even more so. Like if we look at just a spawner, like a normal Minecraft spawner here, which has changed because you can see it's from Apotheosis, right? And we hit uses. You can see this is all the different things that you can feed to the spawner in order to make it work slightly differently. So this, you know, I mean, it is what it says on the tin, all the different things that are available here. But the main one is that you can actually have it ignore spawn conditions with a dragon egg, so it could spawn anywhere. But with a nether star, you can have it ignore nearby players. So you could actually have a spawner that just goes without you having to be near it. And if you feed it some of the other stuff, like sugar and clocks, you know, fermented spider eyes, gas tears, all that stuff, you could actually have it to where it would spawn like a very decent number of monsters and without any input from you, really, which is real nice. Real nice. So then I'm gonna put that in there, and then after that fills up some, we'll produce our next Terra Steel. Let's leave that running for a second. and we'll look at the other thing that we need. So, in portal frame. This is what we're going for. So the other thing we need is a pink slime ingot, which is made in a dissolution chamber with some pink slime, and then also 2 iron and 2 gold. So this is vastly different. This isn't normally how it's done, I don't think, unless this is something that was added recently by industrial foregoing, but I'm gonna guess not. I'm gonna guess it's changed for this. Possible though. So what do I need? We'll hit that so that I have it saved. And then how do I get pink slime in there? Like, tell me how to do pink slime. No? You're not going to? Does industrial foregoing still have a manual? Or has that been lost in the translation? Okay. Not implemented yet, coming soon. It was the case that you could get pink slime by... You had to spawn the pink slime, but in order to spawn the pink slime, you had to have... I want to say it was an animal rancher. Or a sewage composter. It was definitely something to do with the animals, though. Mob slaughter factory. What's the use on that? How do you get... meat feeder. This may be something that's not actually put in yet in this latest version of the pack, but I would assume that it would be in if the pack creator decided to include it as part of the things that you had to get. So I want to say it's the slaughter thing. If there's one specifically for animals, that's actually what it goes to. Animal feeder, sewer. I'm just going to have to kind of run through the machines here real quick. Dissolution, fluid extractor, latex processing, generator, stasis chamber, mob detector, block breaker, die mixer. Yeah, I'm almost sure it's going to be this mob slaughter factory. So let's go ahead and tag that up there too, so I have that available. So let's get started crafting that. So let's get gold ingots. Bloop, 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 bloop. Let's get the gear. And then we need swords and axes of iron. And then 4 sticks. Well, 4 tools worth of sticks is what I meant to say. Get the 2 axes, and then the swords. Let's start placing these so that way they're not taking up a lot of inventory space. And then gold gear in the top center. We need 2 plastic. For some reason I grabbed 3, so let's try that again. And then pity machine frame and redstone dust, which the frame I have for sure, because I crafted up about 10 of those when I realized where this was going. Because normally you don't mess with the pity frames. Like, you just skip right over those. Mob slaughter factory. And I'll probably have to make a big platform of grass in order to get a bunch of animals to spawn. And then if I set this down, what does the UI look like? So 2 fluid things, progress, and it needs power, obviously. And then the dissolution chamber, which I just totally threw off of my thing, which I did not mean to do. There we go. Requires roughly the same stuff, except it's a diamond gear. And And no tools this time. Get that down there. 2 buckets, which I have some saved up. Plastic, any kind of chest, another pity machine frame. I love that the plague doctors are just running around invisible everywhere. Okay, go ahead and get that knocked out too. Okay. Oh, machine of upgrade as a quest goal. Where would that be? Probably this tab? Ah, there we go. Gets us a latex bucket. And the last one is an add-on to get another latex bucket. See, I started going down this line when I started messing with the mystical agriculture stuff. And this one, I saw 16 Inferium Essence, and I was like, oh, well, if I get 16 free Essence every time I do this, I'm totally gonna. So I did this one, and they gave me a Prosperity Seed base, which is lame, and then this one also has the same reward. So I gave up on those. Yeah, let's go dump this latex off. And then, we got one of our buckets back. That's how that works. So that's the 2 machines that we need to get the pink slime. Let's check on our monopool. Not at half yet. And it's still got mana over here, so that's fine. So, we need to do some slaughter stuff. Have I been fortunate enough to get a spawner egg for a normal animal? Lava monster, Black Death, chicken. Hey, buddy, you are about to serve your country. Nay, you are about to serve your world. So let's figure out where to set this farm up. Straightforward. Like, this direction, south, has always been the direction that I have imagined for, like, mob and killing related activities. So let's see, a normal spawner area is 8 blocks in any direction. So if I was going to do that, I would need a 16, so like 17 by 17 platform. So that would basically encapsulate the 16 by 16. So it's got to be 8, 8, 16 plus the one in the middle, 17. And then one more for the outer wall. So actually I need a 19 by 19 platform, which will be my spawner tower, basically. This is where all spawners will go eventually to be used. And then hopefully we can kill stuff directly around it with the slaughter factory. And maybe we'll put in something else that can kill mobs too, if this isn't fast enough for us. But that also means that we'll need to provide it with power at a distance. So, something else that is available that I've been thinking about toying with would be one of these. The, what are they called? Because there's power cables for the actual power mod as well. I think these are them, the Ender Gates. These let you send power wirelessly by setting up a channel. And this is how you make them. So it's the energy cables, Obsidian, and an Intercourse. And that would get us 4 of them. So let's knock that out real quick. I think I still have... Yeah, I still have some nitro crystals left out, so I've got that part covered. So we just need to make 1 set of the cables, which that's what the capacitor looks like. You'll have to forgive me that we're moving in a few unusual directions very, very quickly, but if you have any questions, throw them out and I'll try to answer them. So I need dielectric paste, which I feel like I have some of that somewhere. I already have a large basic capacitor. What did I do with the paste? Is it in here? In here? Because I'm really, really disorganized. Like, this is around the time where I'd be trying to put together... There it is, okay. I'd be trying to put together a refined storage network, because I already feel like I'm just being pulled all over the place. Unfortunately, that's not available without, like, significant commitment. So, I don't have that available to me just yet. So then I need 3 of the horizontal rods for each side, and then 2 more of those. Do I have any of the horizontal rods already made up? I have 1. So I need more dielectric paste. Which I have in that chest, fortunately. Just enough, actually. And... I don't have any iron bars in there, but yes, there we go. I do have some in here that I mined out somewhere, and we'll just put those in there. Fantastic. And let's get those. Alright. And then we'll get this. So that was 4 obsidian, right? For now, let's put Britannia stuff away. Because we're getting there, but we're not there yet. And another one of these Ender cores, so that is an Eye of Ender and a crystallized obsidian. Ender pearl. Plus blaze powder. And then in here I have some obsidian already made up. It's just in our Energizer, that's what we're going to do it in. See how quick that is? Ah, having the top tier stuff is so worth it. And then, should be able to make it now. Bam. So then, if we come over here to our power storage area, I'm going to do it on the side here. We put one of these in there, I think, and then we can put that on it. And so now, this is sending power across this. And it has 16 channels. Yeah, ignore. Channel 1. And then once I set this onto something, it should go ahead and send it out. Which right now you can see under there, I've just got wires running, which is why I'm kind of keeping everything confined to this area, which is why setting up a new area is actually kind of a little bit, not daunting, but it's a big deal for sure. But I think I'll come off of this platform and go a little bit north, and then take over this area over here. Do I have black cobblestone already made up? I sure do. But we're going to need more, so I'm going to pull out some more black dye. Game stutter. Then I'm also going to need some more pathing. So do I want to come straight off of this? I think so. I don't want to go too high or too low. So I'm actually going to turn that off, I think. I need to get Pretzel Rocks. I'm loving that it's displaying the music, but I keep on getting like auto-mod messages for it, and I would prefer that was not the case. So I want to see if I can I somehow just say allow it. I want to just be able to like, yeah, ignore, like let this thing. Do I have to set, like, Pretzel Rocks to be a moderator or something? That's crazy. Well, whatever. I'll worry about it later. I'll just deal with the fact that I'm getting moderation from it every 2 seconds. And then go back to the main stuff. So the main thing, there we go. Okay. Hi, welcome back. I'm back. I hope you're still there. So let's make our pathway off of this, just to keep all of our platforms nice and separated from each other, because I really enjoy this look. And then, what did I say? So we need 16. So then we need to actually be 17 and then 19. So it should be like 9 on each side. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I gotta make sure that's not interfering with anything else. It's not under anything. Because this platform here might actually end up being kind of big. Aw, dang. I am under that. But I've still got a few here. So that still leaves a space between, so I can now chop 2 off of this side. And it'll be slightly off center, but that's okay. That does not worry me. Okay, there we go. Like, what's really funny about you saying grip symmetry is that I have already not been building entirely symmetrical. So if anybody was paying attention, they would have noticed a few of the platforms are not directly centered. I think I counted that right. I'm gonna double check real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, cool. No, I mean, like, call it whatever you want. What's really going to set people's minds spinning is now everybody is going to go back. They're going to review the videos. They're going to try to figure out which platforms aren't symmetrical. And then freak out when they have trouble identifying it because it's seriously like 1 or 2 blocks off. It's never anything grand. I never went like, oh, this whole platform's going to be off center. But I'll give you a hint. If it has this pattern, it's centered. If it doesn't have that pattern, it's not. Because if it has that pattern, I wanted it to be in the middle of the stairs. Okay, so then, what should we make the floor out of? See, and it's so noticeable when you're looking at that one. Maybe I just accept that things can spawn on the walls. Because this one is off of one of these patterns, so it's going to be super noticeable. But I'd have to shorten it by like 2 blocks. And I don't think I can do that. And still maintain spawnerness. Could... how else could I do this? Whatever. I'm just gonna have to live with it. So the floor, it can't be the same pattern that I've used a lot of places, like over there, because it can't... I won't do that if it's not gonna be centered. So what do I want to do for the floor instead? Let's go look at all the materials that we kind of have just infinitely and see what kind of crazy stuff we can do. So it's gonna be a kill box, basically. I'm gonna have a spawner set up. Also, am I just really wrong about the spawner rules? Am I crazy? It is 8 blocks in each direction, right? Which is not even up there. I don't know why I was continuing to look at power stuff. Apotheosis, that's where the spawners are now. Or is it 4 blocks in each direction? Is it 8 blocks total? Is that why I'm thinking that it works that way? I'm gonna have to Google this on straightupminecraft.com. Okay, so you have to be within 16 blocks, but the spawner only has a spawning area of 9 by 3 by 9. That's okay, so it's completely different, actually. So I can make the platform way smaller, so we can have it centered, which I actually want since it's on the same level as this one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all I need, is that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a much smaller platform. Technically. Yeah. I know what you're talking about, but I don't specifically remember that either. I do wish that these blocks dropped, so that way I wouldn't have to just keep making them. But I mean, like, of all the things that I would have trouble making, like, black dye and cobblestone is definitely not one of them. So I guess I don't know why I'm worried about it. And then, just to give me, like, extra storage room, I'm going to go 1 more out on each side. So that way if I need to store something in here, or if I want some space to, like, fight stuff. Okay, so that was 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So total of 13. alright, I ran out because I had to just destroy a whole bunch of it. So let's go get some more cobblestone and pull out some more black dye. Where was I in the numbers? I don't remember. I'm just going to start the other one and then make it match up. Okay, there we go. That's the main thing. I was staring at it and I was like, floor, stuff, things. I just want to use the same pattern, so that's why. I'm glad I double checked it to figure out that I needed less room. So let's see, kill box. What is kill box? I think we'll go with the red. Maybe the red and stuff pattern that we did before for this one. The redstone logs, right? They're bold, but I mean, like, it's really just for killing things, and so a blood-soaked floor kind of makes sense, doesn't it? I'm glad you agree. So let's pull these out. And I mean, like, we're gonna have to kind of hide this somewhat anyways, behind, like, walls. I'm gonna turn this into a tower, so this really bold color choice will be less of a thing as soon as I'm able to do that. Okay. This should be the middle. And let's rip this one out without using an axe, because unfortunately I have to do that. And then we'll do that, put that down, and then we'll pull that back out, and then let's get to stripping. Very saturated these logs are. I don't think, like, I think that if I had to look at the redstone plank pattern for an extended amount, like if I did this but on a larger scale, I don't know if I'd like it, actually. So I think I'm gonna try to go a different route with the plankage. Let's see, what would go good with that? Like, obviously the coal logs with the black ones, they would look fantastic with it. The copper ones would not look good, I don't think. Green's too bright. What about maybe some, like, a cha-cha? A cha-cha! Which is not how you say that, but I like how that's said. A cha-cha. If we strip this out, how does that color look? I think it's not gonna match. It's not gonna be close enough. No. Oh, and honestly, you can just go. Maybe a stone floor? I think a stone floor might serve us here. Maybe we'll take smooth stone and stone and see what we can do. What did I do over here? So I did the log tops and the smooth stone over here. Maybe concrete, actually. Plastic. Actually, hold on. I can make plastic now. And these are very bright colors, but they're also, the dark is like super duper dark. And so I'm kind of wondering how that would look. For a kill box, not so bad, I think. So let's put this stuff back up, because I don't think that would be my best play. And let's pull out a black dye and because these are like, I mean, you can see them, right? They are like so dark. It almost looks like nothing's there because there's no border to it. There's no anything. But I like it. Like, and I think about this all enclosed in, and then think about that with something standing on top of it clashed against that really bright red. I think that's going to be the one for me. I like it. Let's go get some more plastic so we can make up some more of that. Black dye. Let's get some more of these sheets. How many am I going to need per? I wonder. If I just did some like really simple math with the stuff that I know right now, I'd be able to figure that out. But who wants to do math on camera? Not this guy, that's right. I have to look to see where I haven't placed one. That's how dark it is. But also, when things are like spawning here, like it's gonna look different anyways, I feel. And then honestly, we're gonna have to pull out the center block because this is where we're gonna have to put the kill thing. Because I'm just gonna be super honest, like I know how this is gonna end up working where like, although I should have put the block down first, right? Good old cobblestone. Then let's put down the mob slaughter factory. And then show working area. So it's directly in front of it. That's how it works. Okay. So we wouldn't put it in the center then. I thought it was going to be like an area around it, but instead it's going to be the area directly in front of it. So then, let's... look at the range add-ons. Like, what's this one? Oh, that's in the dissolution chamber with latex. Alright. Normally they're not this difficult to make, guys. I swear, normally it's not that hard. I'm gonna have to set up a second one of those setups over there just to produce latex. Or maybe if I just set a tank up, right? Maybe it'll just like 50-50 it into the latex machine and into the tank. What if I just do like Will that start accepting latex? Or is it just gonna all go in there? Is it because it's high up there? Maybe if I do like that? still not putting anything in there. I'm gonna have to set up a whole other one of these fluid extraction systems just so I have a liquid latex to play with. Because now I need liquid latex. See, this is why I did all the stuff that I did off camera. Because I was like, I want to do this real quick, and then I was like, oh, but now I have to do this. Okay, but now I have to do this. And my inventory's getting super cluttered, and I hate it. I hate when my inventory gets super cluttered. Okay, well, let's at least finish laying down these blocks so I can put all this stuff away. And then we will work on the next thing. More black dye and more plastic. How do we get black dye? Well, we blast coal. That's how we do it. Which I'm pretty sure I've shown you guys before, but just in case I hadn't, there you go. You know now. And thus. And thus. But it's definitely not how many more of them I need, but whatever. Just, I love it. It eats the light. It's so good. There we go. Now I'm going to put black cobblestone away, and also that away. And what else was in here? That obviously was... This quest book is honestly something that should be trashed. Because I've still got one in here. It gives me a new one every time I load the pack up. I thought I had something else in here, but oh well. And then for the spawner definitely has to go in the center of the room. And I'm pretty sure it has to be the same off the ground, so there. And then zip up, put it down, and then change it to being a chicken. Hopefully we will see this spawn some chickens as I am in the area. Although chickens might need grass to spawn, so I may need to do the thing that makes it ignore the spawn area. Spawn conditions, whatever it is for the spawners. Oh, apparently you can craft them if you can just get a soul from Forbidden and Arcanus. Ignore spawn conditions. If I hit it with a comparator, I can enable redstone control. By players. I would need a dragon egg for that though. I don't have that at all. just want to see this thing work at least once. Maybe... Where does it stop? So that's the range. 16 blocks. Let me make it day again. I mean, it definitely spun up. It's trying. It's just its conditions aren't met. So then let's try that, I guess. No, in my dank. Do I have grass? I thought I did. Maybe I did that over here in the storage bank. Oh yeah, there it is. See if it does, like, legitimately need grass. Maybe it's too high. There we go. Okay, it couldn't do it because it was gonna die if it spawned something, I guess. So let's remove the grass and see if it was just the height or if it is that it needs grass. Also, I need to keep these chickens from doing exactly what that chicken just did. Okay, is it just a question of height or did it need grass? It's gonna look not as good, I feel, if I have to replace all this with grass. I mean, this is just called a mob slaughter factory, but I really feel like it needs... It's gonna be needing the, It needs to kill animals. Like, I think that's how the pink slime is produced. I don't think you can kill other stuff with it. I mean, maybe. It's, I don't want to do blaze, but I think I've got another spider spawner in here. That's a zombert. Yeah, that's a spider. Let's pull you back up. Put down the spider spawner. That's chicken again. Spider, here we go. Spiders can spawn during the day, can't they? Or do they need a certain amount of darkness? I mean, obviously, I guess not. Let's pull that back up and then put down grass and then put the chickens back down. I mean, I can manipulate the color of the grass to a certain degree, so it's not even as bad as I'm thinking, because I can make something work. Maybe I'll do some of the mutated stuff, and that'll look good against that red. What a waste making all this stuff, I guess. No, I actually need this to be normal grass. It can't be the Britannia stuff. You're right, of course. Like, it's still something that I am figuring it out for sure. Let's double check it before I pop all this stuff and get down. Let's put the chicken spawner. Yeah, just immediately they spawn. So it is grass. They need it. That's their spawn condition. So I'll have to do that at least until I can get dragon eggs. And then I could make something, I could make it look the way that I want it to look, basically. Although, let's turn on my magnet before I do that again, because I'm pretty sure I lost some of them. No, I have 25 first time, and now I have 50, so I guess I didn't. I just think that using like normal grass inside of a build like this is kind of dumb looking, but we'll make it work. So then, what I really need to see pretty immediately is if the slaughter factory will produce the slime. Which, considering it's pink slime and meat, I'm pretty sure it's going to. But let's, more centrally aligned here. I think... I'll take that out so that Chicon can be blown, because I'm pretty sure, I think that these guys will fit under, these are only one block tall, right? So they can go underneath things. I feel like they can. Let's grab a seed and we'll find out for sure. I'm gonna be honest, Plague Doctor, I really don't want you being in my storage area. You're gonna see how many of your kind I've killed. Okay. Seed. Yes. Yes, they can walk right under that, no problem. Okay. Get rid of that. So then basically I just need them, I need more fans and stuff to blow them, or conveyors or whatever to make them come over to the area directly in front of it, or I need to make one of those range add-ons to make its area gargantuan. So let's lay down our what is it, the dissolution thing? Let's lay it down so we can see exactly what we're working with in regards to its needs. So yeah, pretty straightforward, I feel, type of thing. We would need latex. So I actually need like a bucket of latex. So I'm going to temporarily disable that and then set this down. And then wait for that to fill up. Let's check on this up here while we're waiting. Yeah, looking pretty full to me. Let's clear out some of the stuff. Get rid of that. Get rid of Chicon. And I'm just going to temporarily like drop off the nitro crystals, that, and we can put away the other spawner for the moment. Same with that, those, and that. Okay. So let's get a, what do we need? We need Mana Steel, and then we need a Mana Diamond and a Mana Pearl to make another block of Terra Steel. So Pearl, Diamond. While we're at it, we should probably turn off our magnet, put away our sword, and generate some more mana on the system we have going, because those pools are now going to be like a quarter empty each, or more, actually. Half empty, what am I saying? There we go. So let our Endo Flames just start picking stuff back up for us again. And then let's sneak in here and, and then, okay. And then if we get all this fruit together, get on top of this, and then hut, and then back off. Hopefully that'll happen rather quickly. Yeah, you can see the mana pool's draining over there. So this will be done relatively quickly. Blammo. So we need our Gaia spirits and that to get the Gaia spirit ingots. So that has us 99% of the way complete. Well, I guess that's not the way it works, right? Because there's only 9 things. We're very, very close to being complete on that. Now we just need some of the pink slime. So do I bother getting this extremely set up, or do I just kind of hack it for a minute? How long is it going to take that latex? That's the real question. If the latex will be done relatively quickly, it's halfway done. Let's give it a second. And then hopefully I would be able to make one of those range upgrades, and then I can have just them all killed everywhere. So if I would make that one, I would need 2 redstone, 2 glass panes, 4 emeralds, and then like a full bucket of latex. Which doesn't really sound that extreme in terms of the material cost. So let's pull out, I think I have, yeah, I do have some glass panes already made up. Need 2 redstone. What else was it? 4 emeralds. There we go. Air in that, latex in that, some power. Requires 12,000 FE, which is nothing to us right now with the max level factory we have set up over there. I can't remember what this thing's maximum output is, but it is ridiculous. I mean, it's got 660 million stored up. Yeah, max generates 1.5 million per tick. So, like, if I turn it on, that's how quickly it fills back up, right? Yep. So fast. So fast. And let's pull out a bucket so I can get that latex as soon as it's ready. $6.35. Well, that sounds like a sip of coffee to me. How about you guys? I always say sip, I never mean sip. That's not what I do in my coffee. What else can I do pretty quickly? Sip along? It could be a sip along. Please enjoy your beverages as well. I think I want to make another... I do want to make another Terra Steel. Because I actually, like, that's, if we look inside the good old Britannia thing here, so that's the Ritual of Gaia, but there's a second Ritual of Gaia, Ritual of Gaia 2, the Ritualing. This is what tells you how to make those ingots, and then it says if you sacrifice it to the beacon the same way that you did the other one, then you get you have to fight a stronger guardian, but you get more stuff for it. Conquer another, I mean, like, that's what we're doing. We're conquering another dimension. The whole point of tonight's episode is getting us to the end. Like, that's actually what I'm trying to do, is get us to the end. Yeah, I walked away without grabbing any of the material. The second guy is insane? Well, I'm about to find out, aren't I? Well, not, like, right this second, but soon. Pull out one of those, and then another monosteel. I mean, the first one didn't even come close to killing me. If I had just, like, walked away from it for a second, like, it wouldn't have even had me as downhearted as it had me. Oh, right, I need to convert this into a monopearl. And then this into a monodiamond. Stay away from that because I don't want to accidentally pick it up, because then you'll waste all the mana that you put into it. Hey, one bucket. Let's grab it. Oh, hold on. No! No! Wow. That is incredibly disappointing that it just flew right off the edge, just like that. Well, that's why we have magnets, and I should have turned mine on. That was real dumb of me. Let's make another tank then. Let's hop over to our crafting area. Oh no, I'm not nowhere near giving up. It's just annoying is all it is. Like it's not gonna affect me majorly, it's just more time. And I was already waiting on it. So I'm disappointed that I have to wait longer. It's not a big deal. Got our cask, and then let's get... Oh, we need more iron. We don't have enough iron. That hurt me there. Also, did I... No, okay. I was like, did I accidentally destroy something else? So let's put that there, and then 200 immediately. And I would walk away, I would go do some of the other stuff, but the unfortunate part is that if I'm not in this dimension, this won't continue to happen, and so I would come back and it wouldn't have progressed at all. In the meantime, let's figure out where do we want to put it. Like, I really feel like it's gonna be able to cover this whole area. See, also eggs for days, am I right? I feel like once we have it fully upgraded, it's gonna be able to cover this whole area. So I'm thinking just like over here on the side. Like if I just do like say that, and then I would build up a structure around the edge so that way they would be trapped within that area, and then they would just die as instantly as they spawn if this thing is operating at peak efficiency. So then let us further put that down and then put this on it. Channel 1, redstone ignore. It doesn't have any, it's not getting any power. So maybe it's not getting any power over here. Like that any of those things should be just outputting, but I guess maybe for some reason it's not. Yeah, they all should be set to extract. So why is this not extracting? Well, let's pull out our manual. Cables. Energy cable used to transfer power between machines. Ender gates. Transfer energy between the adjacent block and the Ender network. Unlike the Ender cell, you cannot upgrade the network from it. Maybe I don't need the cable? I thought I needed the cable, but maybe I don't. Let's just put down one of those. Does that work? Are you talking about the Ender gate? not getting any power. This is why I just need to do flux. What does it take to get into this? Mana powder. If I just did this though, this would be so much easier. I love flux, it's beautiful. No weirdness in any of the things other than that the flux itself is really stupid hard to craft. Okay, not bad. Maybe I'll work on some of that in between. In the meantime, what should I do about this? The Ender network. Can I look up user store FE to the inner network of the owner? You can access the energy stored from... So do I just need to build one of these cells? Is that it? That's probably it, honestly. That's how... Oh, the grass with the redstone wood looks like a present. I'm gonna go take a look at that. Yeah, I guess kinda it does. I could do a little bow. It would look beautiful. Ender cell. Four of these. And some obsidian? What do you say again? I have Ender. I needed 4 of those, and then these. Oh. 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 Do I have to... This is still on. It's still got power. I just really don't think it should be any more complicated than that. Channels start with 0 FE of capacity, so you need to add capacity to it by shift clicking an energy cell or battery to the Ender cell GUI. The capacity / energy added is the same as the energy cell or battery you've added. Max capacity a channel can have is 2 billion. The Ender cell that you want to transfer power from to should have an active channel with a valid capacity. So like, I can't just do this. I then also have to have like an actual energy cell. Requires 2 of the lower cells, blah, 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 blah. I'm just gonna mess with flux later. Anyways, how much is in here? 1 bucket. Okay, turn magnet on. Grab that. Yes, this time I have it. Very fine. And then I'm gonna turn this back on. some point I'll want to extract the rest of it back in, I guess. I do have an extractor just available, so let me just put and then just real quick to empty that out. Okay. Put that back. Put that back. And let's go make this range upgrade. So, up, and then that. And then if I do that, it's got the latex. Is it working? Is it doing its thing? Yes. Very fine. Very fine. So let's take this over there, and we'll see what the range looks like. Look at all those eggs I'm getting. 12 of them, just like that, boy. Right off into oblivion. Okay, so if I put that in, what's the working area now? Yeah, look at that. So it'll cover the whole thing. I thought it would. So now I just need to get some power to this. It actually covers like all the way over here. That's a crazy distance. Let's turn the preview off. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Just very temporarily, just so I can try it out, I'm gonna pick up one of these furnators. Get a couple of bits of charcoal here. And every time it does that, it should be killing one. Man, and it just deletes it from the world too. There's no kill, there's no loot. But I knew that's how it worked. I did know that about it. So it produces liquid meat and pink slime. And then basically I'll just need some tanks to put on it so that the slime and the meat can be stored. And we'll use the dimensional tanks so that we can access them from elsewhere. See, this is why I wouldn't want this to be like a permanent mob farm. Like, this isn't a mob farm solution, because you don't get any any loot whatsoever. Hey Loco, what's up? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. So then as far as the pink slime is concerned, like, I feel like I have to pipe it out, and then I'll be able to get it. So let's go make up a couple of the transfer thingies. I've only got one right now, basically. Oh. Find pipe. Two of them, and then we can start batching them. Okay. Oop. Missed the turn. And let's pull out, I think, well, I've only got the one fluid pipe. So I would need some more fluid pipes as well. Well, let's go get some more of those too then. Might as well just make the next tier up. Right, boys? And then drop it there, drop it there. then I'll also need the very tanks that I was just talking about. I will also need those, yes. That's cool, I can show you the crafting recipe for those. It is actually, it's not overly difficult. It may look at it first, but it's really not. So the dim tank is thaw. I will need probably 4 of these. Because I'm then going to need to like actually have access to it over in my craft area, so. And then glass, we'll need the cores. Diamond. And balance, 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear. And then make those, which I'll need some more iron for. Unsurprisingly, for a pack that is really all about starting with an iron tree, you need a lot of iron to get through this one. And I need to do this craft like 4 times. And then I need to then make the tanks. Bam, just like that. And channel 5 is what I have water set to, so I'll need to do like a different channel for this. Let's change it to 9. And then see what this gets us. That was liquid meat. Okay, so then let's do meat. Disabled every other direction. And then do pink slime. Disabled every other direction. But that one. That got meat too, though. Left, south. Oh, it's not in response to the machine, it's the direction that it actually is. So right now I'm facing southward. So meat should be going... No, it is though. Left, south. Left, south. Yeah, that's the correct thing. So it needs to push that direction. Nothing from there, and then pink slime needs to be the exact opposite. And then, so that should be going over there. 320. I just need to see more of it end up over here, and then it should be fine. 20, 76. It's just holding it. Will it not push if there's only 4? Okay, but the pink slime is empty. Ah, because the slime is in that one. Okay, so slime, hole. Okay, so let's see if I can just flip this around. So let me drag this. And then we'll put down this, but then I have to change its channel to 8. There we go. So now I've got the pink slime set up. It's always a process like this, but I mean, like, it's worth it. So then let's sit. That one's on 9. This one's on 1. So I don't want 1 to have liquid meat. I want 9 to have liquid meat. Set down 1 and we'll pipe it back. And then can I clear this one just like maybe by doing that? No. Oh. Okay, so let me just double check this. So pink should be going south. Yeah, because that's south. So pink should be going south, and then meat should be going north, which is that direction. So I think we have that set up correctly now. So now I just need some chickens to spawn so I can verify, and then it should be all good. I need to see pink slime 2420. 2500. So then liquid meat 496. Is it leaving the machine? No, liquid meat's still set to 44. Why isn't the meat leaving? Is the pipe jammed with something? Maybe the pipe is jammed. So let me Okay, now it's empty. So I guess the pipe just had like a little bit of pink slime in it from when I was messing around. So now it's all good though. Pull out one more black cobblestone to replace what I just destroyed. Boom, boom, boom. And we're all good over here. As long as this has power. Because this doesn't use very much actually. So then how do we get slime? Well, it should be this simple. I do this, and then we just find a place to cause this to spawn. So you know what? Let's go down here. From long ago, this was where slime existed. And we'll build up a little bit of a type thing, and then we'll do that. And this should eventually solidify into a slime. Let's give it a second, get a sip of coffee. While we're on it, I don't know if I showed you this. So this is from Gaia. It's called the Medallion of Experience. It makes more XP and loot drop when you're killing hostile mobs. And you have it on and it works. Which is that plus the fact that I've got like a looting, whatever, 4 sword is actually making it to where when I personally kill things, it has a much higher amount of loot that drops. Minecraft doobie vibing. So I'm almost sure this is how it works. Like, I feel super duper confident about this. Nope. Yeah. This is, I just looked it up, and for sure this is all that I should have to do. There shouldn't be anything else to it. Just place it in the world somewhere, eventually it solidifies up and turns into a pink slime that you can fight and kill. And that gives you pink slime. And I'm hopeful that since I have all this stuff added that gives me a bunch of loot, then killing this one slime will generate like, I don't know, quarter of a stack, half a stack of pink slime. This would be the last thing. All I need is one pink slime ingot. So I need one bucket of pink slime. Of course. You know what? Don't say anything. I would rather have the slime balls, but if that's how I have to get it, then that's how I have to get it. So 2 gold, 2 iron, and that's it. Okay. Can't believe it took me like a solid minute there for me to figure out exactly what was going on. Okay, 2 of those, 2 of those. Every now and then you just launch yourself with this jetpack. Okay, 2 iron, 2 gold, and 1,000 pink slime. Oh, that feels good, guys. So let's craft it up. Oh, I don't need... Okay. I don't need nether gobber or block. I need the nether gobber block. So that's these... I'll need 18, and then a similar amount of blaze rods. All right, there we go. Quest completed. The end? Question mark? What does that get us, if anything? Where would that even be? Machine, utilities, is it in-game? No? Space, storage. Yeah, I don't actually see the end. Oh, there it is, okay. That gets us 12 Eyes of Ender, which is exactly what we need. So now we just need to figure out where to place this, and I'm thinking just right past our nether portal. So that way it'll just, this will be our dimensional walkthrough, if you will. So let's do some more pathing. Although I think I'll need a slightly bigger area than the nether portal, because it's got the internal area is 3 by 3, so just one more bigger. And I'm thinking that like sliding into it, right, would just be the way to go. Don't even put a floor in. Don't even need to. Then I don't think that they'd have to be, I mean, I certainly hope not, that you don't have to like aim these blocks the right direction or anything like that. If you do, I've already screwed up because this one is not. Can I? Yeah, you can't farm them, so. Well, let's find out. I'll probably have to go into creative mode and change that if this doesn't work. Yep, that's not, it didn't fire. I'm pretty sure this one has to be facing into the wall. Well, that's an easy fix. So you know, if you're playing this pack yourself, did I not? All I gotta do, yeah, right. And there we go. Put me back in survival mode. And I'll make another Eye of Ender. I have the resources for it. But I don't want to have to craft another 12 things just to do another one of those. I'm sorry. I really don't. Okay. So let me put my stuff on for fighting. I need resistance and well, I've already got weakness on, so that should be good. And then I'll need a bow and some arrows just for the breaks. Oh, Ingot ore, just like that. And what is that? No, I can't tell because of the end dragon. Man, that is some heavy fog. Come on. Just, that is so much fog. And I don't like it. But I don't see how to actually, like, turn off just the fog. That just seems like obnoxiously bright. What's that platform there? Energetic? Didn't like that, huh? I'm so used to just having like normal creative flight instead of this like slowly descending stuff. Okay, so there we go. It's you and me, mama. Let's tussle. Oh, you know what, though? I forgot to bring some bottles with me. For capturing that breath. I was so excited to come in. Oh, well, I'll just have to respawn it eventually. Alright. Already? Come on. I should have enchanted up my bow. I just honestly don't use it very often. Music with vocals very distracting, huh? I think that's actually something that I can turn off in Pretzel Rocks. Like, I can say that I only want music that doesn't have vocals. And that portal looks really different, too. Fly right at me. Are you landing again? Okay, good. This will be where she dies. Oh, no. Nope, she's gonna get one more. One more pass. Okay, I only have 3 arrows left. Make them count.